Good evening, everybody. Hello. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Heart and Parcels English and Cooking class. Welcome back, old students. Hello, my lovely teachers, and welcome, a big welcome to our new students joining us today. There are so many of us joining into this live chat this evening. Welcome. Every week, we will be cooking a dish from the Heart and Parcel cookbook. All of the recipes are made by our lovely English language students here in Manchester, and we will be sharing them with you across the world and in the UK. Hello, everybody. My name is Claire, and hopefully you will be learning something new. You will learn new food, I hope, new ingredients, I hope, and new ways of speaking English. You will learn some English reading, some English writing, some listening, and some speaking. Everything. And of course, something very interesting to eat tonight. I hope you like it. Thank you so much to everyone coming tonight. If you have any questions about the class, during the class, no problem. Just type in the live chat box to the right-hand side. Our great teachers will be able to answer your questions for you, and you can talk with them all the way through. I will also be talking with you, hopefully, all the way through. After class, you're going to receive some homework, reading and writing homework, and listening and speaking homework based on the lesson and the vocabulary. You can do the homework, take a photo and record your voice, send back to me, and I will give you some feedback. Thank you very much to those who gave me their homework last week. Wow, it was so good last week. So many great English words and sentences. I was so happy to receive them all. So thank you very much. And keep practicing in the WhatsApp group. Keep sharing your recipes and your photos and your stories, and keep recording your voice so that you can practice English all day, every day. We can do it in a really fun way. It doesn't have to be boring. I hope everyone is doing well today. And if you really enjoy today's class, please like and subscribe on the channel below so that we can give you more videos and give you more classes so you can keep developing your English language. If you find this class too difficult, just go to the subtitle below and click on the subtitle box there. You can follow the English along there. CC, it is CC in the box. Are you ready to start? I am. I have a question for you. I have 3 questions for you, actually, 3. 1, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? 2, what were the last 2 things that you ate before? What were the last 2 things that you ate before? And 3, what food reminds you of your childhood? What food reminds you of your childhood? 1, how are you feeling? 2, what are the last 2 things you ate today? And 3, what food reminds you of your childhood? You can speak out loud, write down your answers, or type in the live chat box. 3, 2, 1, off you go. So I will answer mine. How am I feeling today? I am feeling motivated. I'm feeling really motivated. Why? Because I'm going to be creating a dish that is one of my dearest friend's dish. And it's quite difficult to make, but I'm ready to prove to her and to you and to everybody that I can do this and that it's going to taste amazing. The last two things I ate, I had some really nice soda bread, beautiful, beautiful soda bread with some butter. And I had some porridge for my breakfast with banana on top and maple syrup. Question number 3. What food reminds me of my childhood? Oh, spaghetti bolognese. My grandmother used to make incredible spaghetti bolognese. It was so delicious, and I always remember the smell. When she was cooking it in the kitchen, the smell of cooking tomatoes and oregano and the herbs, Italian, always reminds me of my grandmother's cooking. What about you? Speak out loud, write down, or type in the live chat box. Evelina, cream caramel reminds you of your childhood. Wow, that's a really sweet treat, isn't it? Garda, you're feeling happy. Me too. And you had soft cheese. Oh, nice, with rice and chicken. Sophia, you're feeling wonderful. Yeah, it's the weather, isn't it? It's beautiful. And you're fasting today, so you're not eating anything. That's absolutely great. Sunem, welcome. You're excited. And you had chicken and rice. Borek. Fantastic. Borek is one of my favorite and quite similar to what we'll be making today. Surya Prabha, you're feeling good today. Thank you. Harira soup, Khadija, reminds you of your childhood. Yeah, harira is really lovely. Is that the soup with the chickpeas in it? Fantastic. Nima, hello, welcome. Hamoud, oh, you feel tired. I hope you wake up a little bit. Asmahan, excited. Brilliant, me too. Rice and salad, brilliant. Great. Oh, Minshkani, you had some rice and potatoes. Quite a lot of people are fasting. That's great. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Yeah, I hope I make you even more hungry. And maybe you can be making this dish for your iftar tonight, if you haven't already cooked it. Thank you very much for your comments. Are you ready to start cooking? I think let's start. We've got a lot to do today, as you can probably see on the table. So I have a question for you. I'm going to give you 1 minute to name all of the ingredients on the table. 1 minute to name all of the ingredients on the table. If you name them quickly, I want you to give more detail. What color? What kind are they? How many are they? What's the quantity? Try to push further with your English language. Are you ready? Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. Go. Okay, keep going. Write down everything you can see. There's a lot of color on there. Lots and lots of different ingredients. Maybe some are really, really new to you. Maybe you have absolutely no idea what they are. Don't worry, you'll find out soon. Have a quick look. Keep on looking at all the different things you can see there. Maybe some things are hiding. I can pop them out in front of you. We've got quite a lot of new things here today. I'm going to move that around. Got some interesting stuff here. Don't forget the stuff in the bowls. Good, Hafida. Lemon, butter, plain flour, brilliant. Pavana, good. Egg, olives, parsley, yes. Fish, amal, brilliant. You've got quite a lot there, fantastic. Keep going, wonderful. Rice noodles, yes, Uvalena, great. Sinem, brilliant. You've got the mushrooms there. Nima, well done. Olives, garlic, fantastic. Keep going. Well done. Keep writing. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop there. That was good. That was really, really good, actually. There are so many things on this table, and quite a lot of you picked up on many different kinds. Have you seen these before? Maybe some are new, maybe some are very common, but maybe in English language, you haven't quite got the word yet. I'll take you through them all right now. So let's go to the board here. I'm going to start with my first column here. And we've got this very lovely Italian sounding word here. Say after me. Vermicelli. Vermicelli. In other words, I think Evelina got that right. It's this rice noodle. Rice noodle, very thin, very thin. We're going to need 200 grams of that. I'll just get my little, 200 grams of vermicelli. In other words, it's white rice noodle. You can get them from anywhere, really. It's quite a common ingredient nowadays. Next, of course, we've got, I know some of you, because of your homework, you told me you don't like this, but I will tell you later that you can change this dish, this ingredient for something else for the recipe. But this is my favorite kind of food, seafood. This one, fish. What kind of fish? White fish. And here, prawns. What kind of prawns? Small prawns. Small prawns, yeah, let's just go with that. You can use big prawns as well. So you can use any white fish. And the recipe is going to be for 500 grams. But I'm cooking for a very small family tonight, so I'm going less. 500 grams of white fish. Here, prawns. Prawns. We use this word. Sometimes you see shrimp, but it's prawns here in the UK, usually. 250 grams of prawns. A lot of you got this, actually. I was quite impressed. Mushroom. Mushroom. And I like the brown mushroom. A lot of you added extra words. Well done. Button mushroom, cup mushroom. This is brown chestnut mushroom. But you can use any kind of mushroom. And you need about 75 grams for this of the mushroom. Okay. Finally, did you guys get it? Do you remember from last week or the week before? This is 1 bulb of garlic, and we just need 2 cloves of garlic. 2 cloves of garlic. Great. That's one of our first bit of our ingredients done. The next one, well done. Do you like these? I love them. I really love them. They're really, really tasty. These are olives. You can get green ones, black ones, any kind of olives. You need about 50 grams of green olives. Now, with no pip, no seed inside, it's been taken out. These are pitted olives. Pitted, no seed. Haha, this colorful, beautiful red color. Tomato paste. You need 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons. TB, do you remember from last week? TB, LSP. Good. Tablespoon. Tablespoon. Finally, in this bit, we have lemon. Do we want the whole lemon in there? No. What do we need from the lemon? We need the juice. Lemon juice. Around about approximately 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons. Yeah, that's what we need. Okay, good. We've got all of our kind of ingredients, our meat or our seafood and our vegetables. And we have this strip down here. I think some of you saw it again. Our good friend, cumin. Khadija, you said about harira, that soup that your mum made. It reminded you of your childhood. It definitely has that cumin in it, right? So good. And of course, do you guys remember the lentil soup from 2 weeks ago? It has this wonderful, wonderful spice in it. And so this would be, we're going to say half a tablespoon for this one. Half a tablespoon. Now, this one, a lot of you I saw had cumin, you said turmeric in there. But here, it's actually paprika. And it's this red spice. It's really, really nice, usually from the pepper, red pepper. So it's about 1 teaspoon TSP. And of course, a pinch of salt. Remember pinch that you do with your children or your children do to you. Or maybe you used to do it to your brother or sister. And of course, pepper to season. Just a little bit of pepper. Finally, one of my favorite, is this a spice? This is a herb. We say parsley. And you just want I would put that as a handful of parsley. A handful of parsley. So I've separated these two because this one is the kind of thing it is are spices, more or less. And this one is a herb. Okay. What other herbs can you think of? Parsley, maybe coriander, maybe mint. Anything that's green or fresh is usually a herb, but you can get dried herbs as well. So any kind of leaf. Finally, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got those right there. These are our staple ingredients. Staple, our main ingredients usually. We have flour, plain flour. We have butter. I've got 2, what do we normally call these? We can say 2 pieces, but for butter, we can say 2 knobs of butter. 2 knobs of butter. Oil, a little bit of oil for the pan. And now, this is very important. We have pastry wrappers. Now, you can use different kinds of pastry. You can use FILO pastry, or you can use any other kind of wrapper. Sometimes you can find it in the freezer in the supermarket, or maybe a spring roll wrapper, which I have, or FILO pastry, or puff pastry, any kind of pastry you want. Just check the different ways to cook it. And then finally, we have our water here. Wow, I said last week we had loads of ingredients. This week, we have even more ingredients. And these ingredients are just brilliant because there's just so many different ways you can make these things into something delicious. So, do you know what I'm making? What do you think I'm making? Well, today I'm going all the way over to Morocco, and our dear, dear friend Hanane gave us this really, really delicious recipe, and it's something that I want to share with you, and I think you will know it too, is the Briouate, which is the baked fish, prawn, and noodle parcels. Really beautiful, very, very simple shape, but inside is just incredible flavors that I will hopefully be showing you how to do today. Let's make a start. As you're watching me, I really want you to pay attention to the different processes that I'm doing. Maybe you can write down, speak out loud, or type in the live chat box. Try to learn some new words. Maybe write down 5 new words that you're learning. It's a really good way to practice your English. Step 1. I'm going to take this vermicelli here. And we want to make sure that it's in some hot water. So I'm going to get my bowl. And I just want it to be setting in some boiled water for about 5 minutes. So, got my kettle. And I'm just going to pour in my boiled water to the vermicelli. You don't cook it. Do not cook it. It's very, very delicate ingredient that just needs to rest in hot water for just a little bit. I might even cover the top there and make sure that I've got it. Okay? Simple. Next, I am going to chop my mushrooms. So, different ways to chop mushrooms. I normally just cut in half, slice in half, slice again, and chop here. Cut in half, cut again, and slice. Cut in half, cut again, and there. Okay. Cut in half, cut again, finally chop. So you want them to be quite small, but don't worry if they're a little bit bigger than normal, because when you cook mushrooms, they will get smaller. When you fry them, they will get smaller. So actually, you don't need to be too neat and tidy with them. Sometimes when you're doing pizza, you can see that they usually just slice it. Yeah? They like slice it like this. I don't know if you can see that. You can slice. Yeah? But we're just going to chop. Okay, I think that's enough for my mushrooms. And I want to get everything ready. So I'm going to get my parsley and just fold it over, just roughly chop it again. Leaves and stalks, everything to get that really nice flavor. Oh, I love that flavor. It smells really, really fresh, like grass on a summer's day. Then, lots of chopping today. Got my olives. I'm gonna just slice them into small pieces. And these are all gonna go together in a really delicious filling. Right. Next thing I'm going to do is I've got to cook my fish. Now, my fish is not cooked at the moment. In fact, my fish is raw, R-A-W, raw. It's uncooked. So I need to do that right now before anything. You can use any kind of white fish. Hanane usually uses cod. But this one is just haddock. You can use any kind of one you want. I'm going to put my butter in the pan and I'm going to fry my fish for around about 3 to 4 minutes. I'm not going to put my prawns in now. I'll put them in later. I'm just going to put 1 knob of butter into the pan. There, let that sizzle. Oh, that's a good sound, isn't it? Just let that go around the pan. Let that melt just a little bit. Wait for the pan to get quite hot. Then add my fish. You can hear that beautiful sound, the sound of something frying. Oh, it never can be a bad thing. Smells so good. All those flavors. I absolutely love cooking. I love the smells and the sounds and everything about it. It just makes me feel so happy. And I'm still feeling motivated because I think I know that this will be a really tasty, delicious meal for you. And I hope that you're writing things down as you are watching, or perhaps maybe writing down the recipe. I'm just leaving that to cook for a little bit. Whilst that's cooking nicely, I'm going to check my vermicelli. Oh, wonderful. So it's now become really, really, let me get a little fork there, really nice and soft. And I'm gonna drain that, I think. And I need to use, because the noodles are so thin, I'm going to use a, what's this called? Normally that's used for flour, right? Going to turn over my fish. Nice and brown on the top there. Yes, this is normally called a sieve and it's used for flour. And usually when you drain something, you use a colander. A colander. But we're not using this. Maybe this is rice, potatoes, pasta. This one, a sieve for the small noodles. So I'm just going to drain that off here. And going to add to my dish here. And I'll do something to that in a minute. Now with the fish, you can just break it up into different pieces like that. Very small. The butter makes everything smell great. So I'm going to add my prawns now. And, excuse me, I'm just going to add them for a little bit because they are already cooked. I'm going to give them a quick stir. I'll leave them to rest just for a little bit. Of course, need to season with pepper and a sprinkle of salts. And with my vermicelli, you're going to get some, what are these called? What are these? Scissors. Scissors. And you're just going to snip up the vermicelli. I'll show you here, actually. You can just snip up the vermicelli there. Nice and small. You notice it's really soft here. So, to my vermicelli, we've got our lovely seafood mix. Now, if you don't like seafood or if you're allergic to seafood, you can use chicken. Hanane uses chicken all the time. You can use cheese if you're a vegetarian. It's absolutely fine. I'm going to pour it into my mix. And I'm not going to clean the pan just yet because we've got a few more things that we want to add to our dish. going to get my garlic cloves, 2 garlic cloves, and I'm going to crush them. Crush the garlic. Let's move all of our vegetables out of the way. So with my garlic clove, I'm going to use the back of my knife, nice and simple, 3, 2, 1, to crush it. This takes off the leaf really quickly, the skin. Again, 3, 2, 1, nice and quick. Got 2 beautiful garlic cloves. Just chop them up, finely chop. Make sure that they're nice and small. Yeah, that'll be fine. And we're going to go for a second fry. So with my second knob of butter, I'm going to pop it in the pan. And with butter and mushrooms and garlic, the best flavor. They all go really well together. So, butter. Back in the pan. Now, I actually add my mushrooms first before the butter melts so that you can watch it carefully. You do not want the butter to burn. Add the butter, give it a little stir around. Oh, there's a bit of parsley in there, never worry. This, again, one of my favorite smells is mushrooms with butter and garlic. It's really, really a lovely flavor. You can have it on toast or for your breakfast. I usually have mushrooms with egg and toast. Really delicious. With my garlic, I'm going to sprinkle that in on the top and leave that to fry for 1 minute. Then, let's see, what else should we have in there? After 1 minute, you add your olives. So we're building up this lovely, lovely filling. Lovely, lovely filling. And we're going to make it really, really nice and delicious. And to the pan, I'm going to add, if you remember, how much do we need? We need 1 tablespoon or half a tablespoon of cumin and 1 teaspoon of paprika. Instantly, our dish is lifted. Just give it a stir. Really nice, really lovely, really fantastic. And then adding our 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Another word for this one is tomato puree, actually. Mix that all together. And finally, adding our lovely parsley. Always leave aside some for your garnish later. Wonderful. Cook that off for about 1 more minute. I think that's enough now. And Then you're going to add it to your vermicelli, your fish, and your prawns. All together is going to be mixed. Mixed all together. So that's 3 layers there. And they're going to be all properly mixed together in a little bit. Then with your lemon, normally in order to get the juice out, you just want to roll it in your hands and maybe roll it along the table to get the juice nice and easy to come. And then just a bit of a roll and then cut in half and squeeze. Amal, I'm so glad that you think this looks great. How's everybody else doing? Are you enjoying watching all these beautiful flavors coming together? Perhaps you're really familiar with these. Maybe you know or you use a lot of these ingredients in your cooking. Tell us about it. Write about it in the chat, or you can say out loud. We're going to mix together. Wow, this looks so good. I'm going to use some spoons here. Yum. And mix all together. Lovely. Get that nice and well mixed. Now, usually you can make this a little bit beforehand to save time, but don't worry. If it's still hot, it's fine. I'm going to put that to one side. I'm going to put a lot of things to one side, actually. And we're ready for the next step. Hanane usually makes these for some special events. And I think I saw in her iftar last week, that the photo that she sent me, I think I saw them on the table. So they were a really, really good dish to share with friends and family. A really, really nice dish to get everyone eating and everyone sharing together. Okay, so next we're going to make our rolls. Need a tray. We're going to bake our rolls because it's a little bit healthier. Set the oven at 180 degrees Celsius. Get a baking tray and get one of the wrappers here. You can cut in half for a smaller briouate, a smaller roll, or you can use the whole wrapper. I'm going to use the whole wrapper because I really like big rolls. You're going to add some water to a dish. And if you remember that flour earlier, we're just going to mix the water and the flour together. I'm going to use the back of the spoon actually to make a little bit of a paste. I'll explain why in a minute, unless you already know this and you know the reason for this, in which case you can write in the comments and tell me why we use this. So, with my pastry, I'm going to take some butter. And with a brush, I've melted the butter. And I'm just going to paint my pastry. If you have FILO pastry, it's really, really important to do this. Paint all of my pastry over. I'm going to add a little bit, a spoonful of my filling just at the bottom of my pastry, like a diamond shape. Actually, I think I want a bit more fish in there. Lovely, 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 lovely. Then I'm going to take my finger and just brush the edges with my flour and water glue. Now what this does is this helps the pastry stick together so that it doesn't fall apart when cooking. Then I'm going to take 2 corners of my roll, fold it over, and then with the final one, I'm going to wrap over and roll tightly up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ta-da! Beautiful. This sticks everything together. I'm going to pop it on my tray there. I'm going to repeat the process for perhaps, oh, how many am I going to have today? Am I going to be really greedy and eat a lot? Or maybe I'm on a diet and I want to eat less. Either way, I'm going to continue to make them. Adding your filling. You can say the words with me. Add the filling. Brush the corners with flour and water, or now we can say a paste. Take the corners and fold over, and take the end and roll tightly with the end to stick here. How are you guys feeling now? Are you hungry? I'm sorry if you're hungry and if you're fasting. Maybe you're feeling happy because you learned something new. Maybe you are feeling excited from the sun. It was such a lovely day today, wasn't it? And this is a perfect dish for a summer or a very hot day with salad and bread and maybe a soup on the side. Really, really beautiful. I love making these kinds of things because, you know, every single country has this kind of parcel, right? You have Briouate in Morocco and lots of other places. Maybe this looks like a samosa. Maybe this looks really, really familiar. What other kinds of parcels do you think? What other kinds of food look like this, perhaps in your country? Or maybe what you cook? You can write in the chat box below or say out loud. I'm going to do one more. I think 5 is a good number. We've seen many different types of parcels. Samosa, sambusa, spring roll, jiaozi, dumplings. Borek. Maybe this is the borek that people are talking about, right? I think it's made a little bit differently. And perhaps maybe your mom or your grandmother or your grandpa or your father maybe makes the dough themselves rather than buying. But this is a nice, quick, easy snack to make. Brilliant. I'm going to finish off the top, brushing with the leftover melted butter there. They look lovely, don't they? Really nice and simple. I mean, for me, they really remind me of spring rolls, actually. Spring rolls, usually you can get from China or Vietnam or Singapore. And I used to eat them all the time when I was in China for work, actually. So I'm going to pop these in the oven for about 25 minutes to get them nice and golden brown. Really nice and golden brown on the top. In the meantime, I haven't finished yet. This would not be a complete meal without something nice and fresh on the side. And I was thinking what to put in it. And I remembered my own recipe that I love, 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 love. And that one is my special spring onion, carrot, and sesame salad. Now, this salad is delicious. I told you, actually, I used to work in China and I learned many things there. I used to teach English over there for many years. And I loved the food. And we're going to make that carrot salad there. It's so, so great and so simple to make. Just take some carrots, obviously, and you're going to peel them with a peeler. And I'm going to grate them into the bowl. Now, carrots are really sweet and they really suit a nice vinegar or something sour. Yes, Lisa, well done. I'm making salad. Salad. And I'm making salad for a small amount today. So I'm just going to do 1 carrot, but please feel free to make more if you have a larger family. And then I'm going to, with my salad, add a couple of things to it. It's a carrot, spring onion, and sesame salad. So I need those things. On the frying pan, you want to take a couple of sesame seeds to put them in the pan to toast for a little bit. Now be careful. You have to watch them. Otherwise, they can burn very, very quickly. Next, with the salad, you want to take some spring onions, if you remember them from our first lesson. And I'm just going to use one actually, because I haven't got that much carrot in there at all. And I'm just going to finely chop sesame seeds are doing well. You want to toast them because that releases the flavor. With our spring onions, you're going to add to the carrots. And if you notice, I've got a bit of coriander here. Oh, lovely. Nice and toasted now. And with the coriander, this is another herb. I'm going to finely chop. Coriander is my favorite herb. It's so delicious. Finely chop that and add that to my salad. Next, going to take a bit of sesame oil. Now you can find these in Asian shops or any kind of really good supermarket, pure sesame oil. And I'm going to add just 1 tablespoon, I think, of sesame oil. I'm going to use some rice vinegar, so halal vinegar, rice vinegar here. Really, really, really nice. And I'm going to add the same amount as the sesame. This is quite a wet salad. Finally, I'm going to add my soy sauce. Soy sauce, really, really important. Just going to pour it in. I'm going to do 2. These are going to be 2 tablespoons there. Beautiful, beautiful flavors. You can easily get them from anywhere. And the last thing I'm going to get is, I hate to say it, but sugar is really, really good in this salad. So I'm just going to do 1 teaspoon, just tiny teaspoon, and sprinkle it over. And what that does is it just allows the flavors to come together. A little squeeze of lemon, of course, because we need to have our sour with our vinegar, squeezing over the top there. And then I'm going to mix it all together. Finally, I'm going to add my beautiful toasted seeds in there. You can hear them popping away. And it's always good, always with any kind of food, to give it a little bit of a taste so that you can understand the flavor. That's really good. Really nice, sweet, sour, salty, everything. Lovely. Okay, I'm ready to plate up. So my Briouate have been in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. And I'm just gonna bring them out. And they've got this beautiful golden brown color on top. Really, really nice and crispy. And then you've also got that lovely, lovely softness inside. So a really, really nice, perhaps starter for a dinner. Really, really delicious. I'm just going to plate them up here. Wow. It could actually be a really nice dinner for one, you know? Really fantastic. And then to decorate, we always need to decorate. So I'm just going to take some lemon wedges here and always keep behind some of that parsley. You should never ever forget to leave some for the garnish. Sprinkle over the top there. And add a couple of olives to the side there. And take my salad, pile it up on the side there. Really nice. And that will make a perfect meal for your family, for your friends. Really great dinner party. It's going to be wonderful. So there you have it. Hanane, I hope that you enjoyed watching your food being made. Perhaps you can change the different fillings inside if you don't enjoy seafood, but you can have chicken, you can add cheese, and you have this wonderful, beautiful looking dish there that would just be wonderful for any kind of party. You can sprinkle some sesame seeds over the top there. How about that? Oh, what do you guys think? I'm going to have to try one now because, you know, it's always important to eat your own food. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Please remember all your words. Remember everything on the board. If you've just joined us, don't worry. This is recorded. You can watch back everything with the subtitles. You can write down all these new words, learn all the new recipes. It's been so lovely having you here. Thank you, Aisha. It's looking great, right? And Sevgi. Oh, fantastic. Thank you, Juliet. You think it looks amazing. I hope you like it. Oh, and if you're gluten-free, I know some of you are gluten-free in here. You don't have to use these wrappers. You can use rice rolls. You can get them from any good Asian shop and just have it completely gluten-free. Just don't use the soy sauce as well. Thank you so much, Wendy. It was really lovely to see you. Please do your homework, learn lots of new English, talk to each other. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe the YouTube channel and enjoy your evenings tonight. Thank you. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, students. Mwah. Take care.